differences between anorexia and bulimia. Anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa are both eating disorders. These conditions may be perceived by some as being one and the same. While they can both share some behaviors, causes and even treatments, there are also definite differences between them. Both involve deviations in eating and attitudes to food when compared to persons who do not have an eating disorder. These eating disorders have been linked to several physical, psychological, social and mental consequences. Sufferers of both conditions obsess about food, but in different ways. Both base their successes and achievements on the amount of weight they have lost and are constantly depressed as they see themselves failing to achieve their desired weight. Following are some of the differences between bulimia and anorexia nervosa. Weight. The obvious physical difference between people who have anorexia nervosa and those who suffer from bulimia nervosa is their weight. Anorexics are generally considered to be underweight while bulimics can be normal or even overweight. Menstruation period. For women anorexics, there is an absence of menstrual cycle. Bulimic women may not experience problems with their menstrual cycles. Beliefs about being in control. Those suffering from anorexia are more meticulous and calculating when it comes to their food portions, knowing that this will help them control their weight. Anorexics feel in control as they control their food intake, although in reality their obsessive behavior is controlling them. As they believe that they are in control of their eating behavior, they are less likely to admit that a problem even exists. Bulimics are more likely to admit that there is a problem and recognize that they do not have control over their eating behaviors. Bulimics tend to be more ashamed due to this lack of control. Amount of food intake. Individuals with anorexia nervosa do eat, but only in very minimal amounts. Most of them consume about 50 to 800 calories approximately in a day due to their irrational fears about gaining weight. Anorexics become so obsessed about food that the act of eating scares them. Even if they eat a small amount, they feel that they have eaten too much. An anorexic will tend to claim they have eaten more than they actually have. A bulimic has the habit of eating too much food and will even eat in secret so that nobody will notice that they have already eaten too much. They will then purge these foods out of their system because they know they have eaten too much. There are also bulimics who decide to fast for a day or two in response to a binge eating episode, whereas an anorexic will engage in long-term weight suppression by not eating for several days. Perceptions about their image and personality. Anorexics have a distorted perception of their own bodies. They usually see themselves as someone who has a larger waistline and bigger body build, whereas in reality they are already thin, frail and malnourished. These wrong perceptions have led them to harshly restrict their food intake. Bulimics tend to overindulge, sporadically or regularly. Binge eating episodes will be followed by feelings of guilt and shame. Bulimics seek to reverse the results of their uncontrolled eating by vomiting, taking laxatives and/or diuretics, or indulging in excessive exercising. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share with your friends. Thank you very much for watching. For more nutrition, health and beauty tips, please subscribe to our channel.